aging and death, known as Jara-marana, in Buddhist philosophy, refer to the inevitable process of growing old and the subsequent experience of death. They are fundamental aspects of human existence and are central to Buddhist teachings on impermanence, suffering, and the cycle of rebirth. Understanding the nature of aging and death is crucial for comprehending the nature of existence, the arising of suffering, and the path to liberation. Here are some key points to help understand aging and death Jara-marana. 1. Aging Jara. Aging refers to the natural and inevitable process of growing old. It encompasses physical, mental, and emotional changes that occur as one progresses through life. In Buddhism, aging is seen as a universal characteristic of existence, highlighting the impermanent and transient nature of all conditioned phenomena. To death-marana, death refers to the cessation of life and the end of the current form of existence. It involves the separation of the mind and body, marking the transition from one life to another, the cessation of rebirth altogether. Death is considered a significant event in the cycle of rebirth and is an opportunity for spiritual growth and liberation. 3. Impermanence anicca. Buddhism teaches that all conditioned phenomena, including the body and mind, are impermanent. Aging and death are prime examples of this impermanence. They serve as reminders of the transitory nature of life and the importance of cultivating wisdom and liberation in the face of this reality. 4. Suffering dukkha. Aging and death are considered inherent aspects of the cycle of suffering dukkha in Buddhism. The process of aging involves the experience of physical and mental decline, loss, and the deterioration of health. Death, on the other hand, brings the uncertainty and fear associated with the unknown. Both aging and death are regarded as sources of suffering and dissatisfaction. 5. Cycle of rebirth. Aging and death are key links in the cycle of rebirth samsara. Aging and the subsequent experience of death lead to the rising of new births, perpetuating the cycle of suffering. The cycle continues until one attains liberation from the cycle of rebirth through the realization of enlightenment. 6. Contemplation of aging and death. Buddhism encourages practitioners to contemplate aging and death as a means of developing insight into the impermanence of life and the urgency to pursue spiritual liberation. Reflecting on the inevitability of aging and death can motivate individuals to live more meaningfully, cultivate wholesome qualities, and seek the path to liberation. 7. Liberation from aging and death. The ultimate goal in Buddhism is liberation from the cycle of aging, death, and rebirth. Through the practice of mindfulness, wisdom, and the Noble Eightfold Path, individuals can transcend the suffering associated with aging and death. Attaining enlightenment leads to liberation from the cycle of rebirth and the complete cessation of suffering. In summary, aging and death Jara-marana in Buddhism refer to the process of growing old and the experience of death. They are intrinsic aspects of existence, highlighting the impermanence, suffering, and the cycle of rebirth. Understanding aging and death helps cultivate insight into the nature of existence, the arising of suffering, and the path to liberation.